Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, the Doordash Revolution. Smash the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, leave like, share, comments down below. This is going to be an interesting episode and somewhat challenging because of the views and opinions of subscribers as well as viewers and the perspective of content creators as well as me. Now, before we get started with this episode, I would like to give a grand slam of the week to Thomas Mathis. Thomas, he supports a lot of channels out here. He supports a lot of content creators. You know, he gives his donations and his super chats with different content creators. And his comments are some of the best comments that a creator would love to have from one of their subscribers. And he's one of the greatest out there as far as support, encouragement, and yes, he gives tough love in his comments as well. And I thank him for keeping us humble on my channel and keeping others humble as well. Reason why he's the Grand Slam of the week, and I'm going to read his comment. And many of you are going to know what episode that was and going to know what I'm talking about. One day ago, Thomas said, "Great Wednesday again. I think it's that drivers put too much feelings into wait times. Lots of different opinions, but us drivers should remember not to take every situation to heart. Changing strategies fixes most problems. Restaurants need help from drivers as much as we need them to get past these problems. UDM, you, Kim, and Jaywalk look at the whole picture to talk about focusing how to push forward. Can't wait to see next week and watch out for the gloves off." So I already let the cat out of the bag about what episode that was on. Thomas, you got a valid point, brother. You know, we can look at 4 weeks ago. I did an episode about restaurant staff rude on purpose. And I held back for 8 months from putting that type of video out. But I felt that it was imperative, that it was time for content creators to take a stand on this. Because too many of us drivers was clashing with restaurant employees. Now, you had dashers that were rude to restaurant employees, as well as restaurant employees rude to delivery drivers. I don't know what the deal is with people. We are inconsiderate. We are selfish. We don't mind being rude to other folks and don't consider that if it was me, would I want to be treated that way? And if you look in our world today, everybody is in a hurry to get nowhere. That's why we have a lot of automobile accidents. Then there's dashers having accidents with each other trying to race to beat the other driver to the delivery. Now, this is what I want to say is going to make a lot of good sense, and I'm ashamed of delivery drivers that don't use their common sense about this here. You have a pickup time. You have a drop-off time. So I done seen many dashers sitting right in the parking lot cherry pick, cherry pick, cherry pick, cherry pick, cherry pick, to boom, they finally get their best offer. And then walk straight into the restaurant, think the food supposed to be snap finger ready. Think about that, people. I know that the rest of you done seen this too. I know that some of you out here probably who I'm talking about. So, go in there and want the food ready. Old Charlie's, when I first got started, had 20 drivers all in there at once. Chili, 20 drivers all at once. You can run from Charlie's to Chili to Charlie's. Everybody was getting stack orders back then. That was last year, almost a year ago. Now, one content creator turned around and said that he will feel a certain kind of way if he's already in line with the rest of the drivers, and then a delivery driver come in there showing them the phone. I can understand that and I get it. But if I ask everyone that you've already been taken care of, I'm showing my courtesy to you. And that's all you finna get. So, if I go in there and I show them my order, and I've been waiting in the parking lot just as long as you've been waiting on the inside, but I was smart enough to know, okay, it's 3 minutes past the pickup time, my food should be ready. And I walk in there and then they hand me my food. Don't get mad at me because I was smarter than you. I was doing something productive in the parking lot. You see what I'm saying? While you in there standing there waiting, looking crazy, catching the attitude, why would you go into the restaurant 10 minutes before the pickup time, people? But this is for the beginners, though. Those that's just getting started. Don't have that type of dasher's mentality and mindset that you can't wait because you went in there too early. That's not the restaurant fault, that's your fault. Then yes, restaurant employees will turn around and hold our orders as well. I done witnessed it and I done experienced it. I done seen it from both ends and I experienced it. Can't nobody challenge that there. Not when we all know what I'm saying is true. Now I'm getting ready to say something else gonna make a lot of cherry pickers mad. But before I get started, I'm going to tell you there's two types of cherry pickers. And I'm a cherry picker myself. I was forced into it. Now, back to the two types of cherry pickers. You got one cherry picker that sits spot up at a hot spot and sit and sit and sit. Decline, 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 decline. Okay. Till you get your best offers. I get it, I understand it. I'm a cherry picker too. Then you got the other cherry picker that does it on the run. I'm the cherry picker on the run. I pick and choose my orders while my wheels are turning and burning. That's me. Just like there's two types of that gum fishermen. You got those that catch catfish, they got to sit still at the bank and catch them. Now those that catch bass, they got to get different equipment, different type of lures. You know what I'm saying? They got to use a little bit more skills. They got to be able to trick the fish into being caught. I done seen bass fishermen to throw that line up there in that tree, let it bounce off that tree, and let the bait hit in the water. I said, why is you doing it there? That makes the environment seem the same. I said, what you mean? Because bugs, worms and stuff fall off the tree, fall in the water. That's realistic to them. You got to reel that bad boy just right. You reel it too fast, bass not going to hit it. You reel it just right and that bass hit it, then you got to set the hook, ladies and gentlemen. That's how the game is played. Now, the reason why I said cherry pickers finna get upset with what I'm getting ready to say, you them turn around and say that somebody called cherry pickers lazy. I can understand why that person said that, because they sitting still. Okay. Now what I'm getting ready to say now is gonna make people upset. Now I was a top dasher once too. Now Doordash has set it up that top dash is supposed to get those priority orders, right? Somebody was smart enough and spilled the tea and told people, look, we don't have to accept every order, and you don't have to accept every order. So we're gonna pick our orders like this. We can sit still and everything and don't have to spend a lot of gas, don't have to spend a lot of miles and all of that, and we can steal orders from other dashers. Because that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. When you got an area oversaturated, beginners, I'm trying to teach you something that's oversaturated. This is one of the red flags. When you start receiving a series of lowball offers, they're not coming from Doordash. They're coming from your fellow dashers. It's oversaturated with cherry pickers. You're not finna make money in that area. So what you need to do is move to somewhere else where it's less competitive and you can make more money. Now, I want to show proof when I was talking about my strategy in my last episode and everything. And I want to show this here. And what I said about certain content creators, not to bash them, but you did say what you said, and I'm just putting out there what you said. And I get what you're saying, you know, and everything, but I'm not finna wear my feelings on my sleeve like that. We all get upset. We all have a threshold where we tolerate so much. This guy may tolerate more than me. I may tolerate less than him. See, you know, it's different with everyone, how they want to tolerate things. It deals with the character of the human being. Behavior, attitude, personality defines the character of a human being. And we must understand that. Now, the new strategy I was doing, ladies and gentlemen, that included the dash along the way, is a beautiful thing. You know, I can get offers at the home. No matter if I'm in that zone, the east zone, I can get it at the home. West zone, I can get it at the home. South zone, I can get it at home. And as I go along my path to where that powerhouse headquarters, to where I can get these orders at this restaurant, then there's a district, because the area I'm in is a district. Reason why I call it a district, because it's a business district. It's got hospitals, hotels, law firms, doctor office, clinics, all of that. If I don't get my office at the headquarters, it's going to be us restaurants that's going to give it to me. Now, this was my number last week with Doordash. All right. This was my number last week with Grubhub. This is the total of last week. Okay. Now, people gonna talk, man. People gonna talk bad about you. People gonna hate bad about you. People gonna turn around and call you out. It may be truthful, it may not be. You know, so people talk about me. Right here in this area where I work at. Just like I said before, it was a lady speaking bad on me, and it was a guy speaking bad of me. But one ran their mouth a little too much. And one of the scribes put them in check right then and there. You are the guys that hang with this man here. You are the guys I thought was friends with this man here. Why are y'all talking bad about that man? The tips, strategies, and information I have maximized my earnings 40%. We need to support that man as far as encouraging him to continue on giving information that's going to help us win in this game. He looked at the situation different than the rest of us. He look at a problem and he tries to find a solution. And once he finds the solution to the problem, he shares it with us. He don't have to do that. He don't have to do that. And I'm not bragging, ladies and gentlemen, but to hear that story about someone standing up for another person that's trying to make a difference in our world, you're going to get attacked. People think humbleness is a sign of weakness. No, it's the other way around. It takes a whole lot of strength to be humble. It takes a whole lot of strength to swallow your pride. It takes a whole lot of strength to keep your composure so you won't have to put these up on somebody. And we got to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that we can't sit here and keep hating on each other about how we make this money. Content creators, we need to quit hating on each other when one person done got ranked up higher than you in the SEO rankings. We got to stop that foolishness. We are supposed to help one another, collaborate with each other, share, learn from one another so we can survive in this game. Is it needy or is it greedy? Needy has a character. Greedy has a character. And both of them have one thing in common: desperation. I didn't mean to make this video this long, but then it was necessary. Because I didn't get sick and tired looking at content creators slick bashing one another, doing it in a slick way. Quit hating on the little man. Quit hating on the big man. Little man try to collaborate with the big man. Big man try to collaborate with the little man. So you got certain sets and groups out here trying to convince the viewers not to listen to the other content creator. Y'all need to quit that stuff, man. There's enough money out here that we all can make it without doing that foolishness. And I got to put it out there like that. I'm not going to say I don't care who get mad or who don't care. Who get mad and who don't. I'm not going to say that. I want us to stop that foolishness. It don't make any sense. Let's just make content, people. Let's just make content. You know what I'm saying? And keep it real as possible. Don't feel a certain kind of way because another content creator was higher in the search rankings this week. You know what I'm saying? You can't be at the top all the time. You know, it's so many skills, so many talents that God done blessed us with. Let's use them, people. Let's use them for the purpose that it was designed to be used for. And quit beating each other up about it. That's all I have to say. That's all I got to say about that. Now, I'm getting ready to put that to rest. Because I know this is a pill that's going to be hard for some to digest. Well, God gave us a second chance to do something with our life. It's up to us to try to be better than we was the day before. There's nothing wrong with someone doing ride-alongs and then they done got creative to how they do them now. We got to change, people. We got to change because the rules has changed. The game has changed. Our mindset got to change in order for us to change these strategies. And these strategies supposed to be the problem solver or the solution to the problems so we can still maximize our earnings and survive through slower times. But I think March And February is over with now. Not March, but January and February is over with now. I'm going to have to cut this off. March, I think, is going to be a lot better. Well, I give love to all delivery drivers out there. Let's try to change our mindsets to where we just concentrate on making our money, treating others with respect. Share this information, share that knowledge with others that it can benefit. Peace. Take care. Have a great week. Have a great month. Have a great year.